Greetings all. It's another beautiful morning here in Hawaii, and I am starting to get just a little bit tired of them. Yes, I know. We're having the kind of weather that the tourists crave. Yeah, visitors here to the island want to see eternal sunshine, get themselves skin cancer, and, go home getting treated for second-degree burns. By and large, the folks here who live on the Puna side, we really do like it when it rains. I'm not real fond of this sunshine, okay? It's been going on for 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks, been no appreciable amount of rain at all. And check this out. Right there on the left side of the frame, you're going to see sweet onions. Pretty much right in the center of the frame, you're going to see some heck of big cracks in the ground. And look at this. Whoa, huh? Yeah, big cracks. Yeah, next row over, same situation. Yeah, well, I'm happy for all the tourists who've come here to this side of the island and have been hoping to, have a good time and spend plenty of money and didn't want to get rained out. You aren't getting rained out, that's for darn sure. This does happen. Yes, with this occurrence, it's not the first time I've seen it here. There's cracks in the soil. Oh, they occur maybe every 2 or 3 years, maybe. We see something that intense. It mostly always happens in the wintertime. These low-pressure systems going across the top of the island chain up above Kauai are heading from the east heading from the west going to the east, rotating counterclockwise as they come on the islands. They're basically aiming towards Mexico and the west, western United States is the line that they're really on. We're south of it, but as they come by rotating, they sweep moisture into the islands, especially on the western and the northern end. The southern end, that's us down here. We're as far south as you can go and still be in the United States of America if you happen to live in South Point here. And it just goes right past us. Yeah, the situations sort of reverse themselves. The weather machine starts coming from the opposite direction, because the Big Island really gets most of its weather from the trade winds, and they come from the east, blowing west, opposite direction. We get mist down here, and we've been getting mist now for 3 weeks even. There might be some rain later in the week, Now, for me, well, I'm holding off doing much transplanting for a while. I'd have to start irrigating if I did. Things that are in the ground, rooted in, they're doing all right. Cracks or no cracks, I'm not going to water them. But everything in the nursery, especially the poor little guys in the small pots, I got to water daily. Yeah, every day. Oh, am I used to it? Well, yeah, I spent 25 years watering plants in California where we only got 16 inches of rain a year. I guess I'm used to it. It's a minor inconvenience as far as I'm concerned. The major problems around here are the catchment tanks. The water. About just roughly half of the people that live here in this general area, they don't have a pipe coming from a well heading into their house. They have a tank in the backyard that catches rainwater. They funnel the rainwater from the roofs and then put it through filters and UV sterilizers and put a little bleach in there and run it inside the house. If it doesn't rain, there's only one way you can get the catchment tank full. You're going to have to get a whole truckload full of water, whether you're going to haul it yourself or whether you're going to hire somebody to haul the water in. There's definitely a water hauling business here. because of these catchment tanks. I'm starting to see tanks of water heading down the streets. I know my friends down the road here who have catchment are becoming somewhat concerned. People who use the water for more than just, washing, cooking, and that sort of thing, like if you're, taking care of livestock, or if you're taking care of plants, like I am here, running a nursery, or even just small garden nurseries, they all take a lot of water. Yeah, I use quite a bit of water when it gets this dry. I can see it in my water bill. Water here is fairly cheap if you can get to the county pipe, but it's not easy to get to the county pipe. So it cost me $8,000 to be able to make a hookup out there. It was worth it. Times like this, I'm glad. But there you go, folks. Anybody who was thinking that it never stops raining in Puna, ha 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 ha. Yeah, I've been here before with it. The last time the fields cracked out here, I was able to drive my automobile, regular standard Chrysler, around on the fields. The soil became solid enough that it would support it. Well, I got used to that, and so I, load fence posts and things in the back and head on out and do my work rather than carrying stuff all over. Well, one day the rain came back. Yeah, rain came back, and in the meantime, I had also put on catchment gutters on the house, and I discharged the water from one side of the house down into the area that had been a driveway. Well, when the water came back and I ran that water in there, oh man, I put my car out in the field down to the axles. Yeah, I just right in. Couldn't get it out. I was stuck. Called AAA. They sunk the tow truck trying to get me out. They had to get a big wrecker. I got AAA out, but the guy says, I'd pull you up. It'd be $450. I said, get lost. One of my buddies who was working, coming by, said, the neighbor's out with his 4-wheel drive John Deere on the roadside. Should I go get him? I said, yeah, go ahead, call him. He came over, 4-wheel drive, medium-sized John Deere tractor with a jammer on it, and he sunk that thing too. Yeah, if it hadn't been for the jammer, there's no way he would ever have gotten either of us out of there. Basically, he used it and dragged us. Well, so when it gets wet, it gets pretty wet around here. When it gets dry, oh, it's as dry as it is just about anywhere for a while until it gets wet again. Aloha. Hang loose, folks.